Hi, I'm Sara and welcome to Hen Corner. Today we're making sushi. Sushi is brilliant, sushi is lovely, sushi is quick and easy. Why don't we make it more often? And now we can find all the ingredients in the supermarket, and in fact some of it's already pre-mixed up for us, so it's so straightforward to make. What becomes quite expensive restaurant or takeaway food, we can make ourselves at home, and it's brilliant if you've got friends coming round or a special occasion or just for a healthy snack. And once you get into it, it's very, very easy. So these are the ingredients that we need. Many people think that sushi is raw fish. It's not. Sushi is rice. So we need some rice, and we need sushi rice. It's a special grain that's the right consistency, right size, and the right starchiness for a nice sticky rice that we can season and make as the foundation of the dish. Also, we're going to make nori rolls today, which are seaweed rolls. We need the seaweed to wrap around the rice. These sheets, again, you can buy them very easily from the supermarket. To flavour the rice, we need some seasoning. Now, you can make it yourself with rice vinegar and salt and sugar and mix it up together. But do you know what? When I was looking for the rice vinegar, I found that it was seasoning for sushi rice. So I've actually bought the ready mixed stuff. So sorry, I can't give you the in-depth quantities of how to make the seasoning because I've got it already here, but it's quite simple. And of course, if you're just buying a bottle of this, it's one less step that you need to do. So this has got in it the rice vinegar, there's some water, salt and sugar, and that's all there is in there, and it's already in the right quantities. So rice seasoning, the seaweed wraps to go around it. The fillings that we're going to use today, we're going to make some with cucumber, quite classic, some with avocado, again quite classic, some with red pepper, and for that fishy flavour, I've got some smoked salmon here. And then for serving at the end, we have got some lovely pickled vinegar, some wasabi paste, which is a little bit spicy, and some soy sauce. So let's get cooking. The sushi rice, we need to boil in water. You don't need to add salt because we're going to be adding the seasoning afterwards once it's cooked. So cook it according to the pack instructions and then drain it. So I've got my sushi rice already cooked here. I'm going to tip it into this bowl for mixing. So in the rice goes. As I said, it's quite sticky, but when we add the seasoning, that does loosen it up a bit. And we need to season it whilst it's still warm. So I've just had this draining, and we're going to add the seasoning. Now it says here to add 3 tablespoons of seasoning for cooked rice. Sushi rice when cooked properly, approximately 360 grams. So this was 250 grams of rice that I used, and then I used another, I used twice the amount of water, so I added another sort of 500 grams, so it's 750 grams here, and so therefore we want to use twice this. So I want 6 tablespoons full of the seasoning. Oh, there we go. 6 tablespoons. Well, these are dessert spoons, so we've got to go a bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to give this a stir, and then we can taste it, because if it's not enough seasoning, we can always add some more. So as you know, plain rice without any salt is quite a bland flavour. So we're mixing in the seasoning now to flavour the rice, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to have a little taste of that, see if we need any more seasoning, and then we're going to start preparing our fillings. So let's have a little taste. That is spot on. And I put the rice to the side, and now I'm going to make our fillings. For the cucumber, actually let's measure. Let's take our seaweed and make sure that we're cutting to the right length. So that's the length of our seaweed roll. I'm going to cut the end off the cucumber here. That is the length that we want our cucumber slices to be to fit inside the sushi roll, I'm going to cut it in half lengthways. And I'm going to cut it in half lengthways twice. And then I'm going to cut it down the middle. Lovely. I'm going to put the cucumber to the side. We don't need that just yet. Whilst we're here, do you know, I'm actually going to do a couple of slices of pepper. Ooh. And then I'm going to cut the avocado. We do want to make sure that the avocado is nice and ripe. So, we start with our nori seaweed sheet. We're going to cut it in half. We then take a sushi mat. Now these are available also in your supermarket, and we're going to pop our seaweed on the mat. Now because the rice is so sticky, we're going to wet our hands and take a handful of the flavoured, the seasoned rice, and we're going to pop it down the middle of the seaweed. And you really don't want it to overlap because it's so sticky and starchy. We don't want it to go over the seaweed roll. And we need a little bit of a gap for sticking as well there, like you'd leave a gap for an envelope to stick. Going to give my hands, well actually I'm going to pop the fillings in first, then give my hands a bit of a rinse. So let's go for avocado first. Let's pop avocado going down the centre of this roll. Oh, look at that. That is just the perfect length, isn't it? Give my hands a quick wash in the water. And then I'm rolling this up, and I want, we could put a little bit of water there from my wet hands. I want this to stick. So let's gently roll it together. Tucking it in, rolling, rolling, rolling. Ooh, you can see I can't. It's squeezing out a bit. In fact, I'm going to lift this side up and over. That will be a bit easier. Okay. Nice and tight in, roll it round. And that is our first nori seaweed wrap. So we're going to lift that up gently, pop that to one side whilst we make the others. Here's our second sheet. Wet our hands. Take the rice. This time we're using the cucumber. Press it down and in. Clean our hands. Little bit of water on the edge there, and gently roll it up and over, pressing in, lifting up, using the mat to help you, and then you can roll. And this is our cucumber roll. Let's just do a couple more. We'll do the pepper and we'll do the smoked salmon. Pepper. And roll it round. Roll it over itself. Woo! And here is our smoked salmon nori. So what we can do, we can just move some of this stuff out of the way. I can show you. These are our finished nori rolls. All we need to do now is slice them, turn them up on their ends and have them ready for serving. Oh, this is gorgeous. And this is my beautiful homemade sushi. We've got smoked salmon, cucumber, avocado, red pepper, served with pickled ginger, wasabi paste, and a lovely bit of soy sauce. Have a go and let us know how you get on. Join us on the journey.